responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Please be seated. I now invite Ayman Nadeem to the podium to deliver the valedictory address.
Yo, mic check 1, 2, I'm about to stun you. I know I act a fool, 5 years at Waterloo, chilling with my whole crew, paying all my own dues. Stunting in an interview, fronting like I have a clue. When I fuss to discuss C++, but when I code in Java, I'll smoke you like lava. And on my repo, I'm a freak, yo. Take shots like a free throw. You see me on the TV, though, something like a CEO. So much flow, I make your stack overflow. Drop the rhymes are right in 300 decibel. Converted in my mind to rec like hexadecimal, and I manifest the best when I check my grades on Quest, cause profs be impressed when I floss on them tests, and I'ma kick it old school, cause this my alma mater. Throw a shout out to all my mad haters, but hear me out now, in surround sound, spitting so profound, it's about to go down in this cap and gown. Congrats Waterloo, we graduation bound. Now, you're possibly wondering, who is this girl and why is she rapping obnoxiously in her valedictorian address? This is certainly not the hood, and her privileged education from one of Canada's top technical schools is paradoxical to the likes of Pac, Biggie, or Nas. But to be honest, I've spent the past 5 years in this institution feeling like a paradox. That awkward elephant in the room suffocating itself into the traditional definitions of what it means to be an engineer, a young professional, and a student, all while pressed up against what felt like impossible standards of excellence. It came as a delayed realization that no one here felt quite at ease. No one was immune to the same feelings of self-doubt, of inferiority, failure, or defeat, testifying to just how tenacious, driven, and incredibly resilient our engineering grads are. Because here we are, past the midterms, the deadlines, the finals, the mission impossibles, those ungodly hours spent programming that assignment due the next day, only to go home at 3 a.m. in minus 40-degree wind chill weather with bloodshot eyes, wake up the next morning for an 8 a.m. interview, followed by a midterm, followed by 4 more hours of lectures, and then head straight back to the library to study for the next exam. Here, we push ourselves. This was like a trench battle, and much like a real war, it would have been a complete disaster if not for our trench mates. The people we did it with, worked with, learned with, drank stale coffee from Williams at 2 a.m. with, while waiting for signal processing epiphanies. Those we built robots with, launched companies with, commiserated with over job rejections, bad exams, or romantic failures. The people we joked with, failed with, procrastinated with, our midnight cram sessions slowly dissolving into these philosophical, confounding, and straight up weird conversations. It's important to acknowledge how unique this bond is due to the incredible depth of our shared experience. Now, our university experience differs drastically from our counterparts at other universities or even within our other faculties. This is the place where our egos were bruised, when we put everything on the line, shot for excellence, only to fall in the ballpark of mediocrity. And somehow, in those moments of irrevocable academic tragedy, a lot was restored by a friend looking in your direction saying, "Homie, you got this." I'm truly convinced that it really does take an unconditional type of love among us to forgive one another for times around deadlines when we started exhibiting temper tantrums, like really paranormal behavior and extremely poor hygiene. But these people are so much more than my classmates, and through osmosis, they've helped fuel my intellectual and emotional evolution and have contributed to giving me a renewed sense of ambition for what I do. But I'm not really here to simply intoxicate you with sentimental flashbacks. Graduation incites us to reflect not only on all of our accomplishments and the opportunities that lie ahead, but also the challenges that await us. We're graduating into a world of unknowns. The global economy is broken, our environment is being desecrated, while political authorities still debate whether climate change is fact or not. Women are still routinely underestimated, underutilized, and underpaid. Prejudice still exists. Many of us have outstanding student loans, unprecedented financial burdens, and of course, that awkward question sitting in your gut asking, what am I doing with the rest of my life? On the other hand, it couldn't be a better time to graduate. If I've learned anything from paradoxes, it's that they can be breeding grounds for innovation. A paradox is the acknowledgement of a contradiction, tugging at us to question systems, why they exist, who they serve, driving us to concoct meaningful solutions to problems. It is the identity crisis of not fitting in that one learns to adapt to her environment, or better yet, to redesign it. If healthcare, transport, energy, and education systems of today are failing, it's our generation that will not only change, but create entirely new industries, set our own rules, be the rebels, the black sheep that have the courage to be idealists rather than aspiring to shut ourselves down and nod yes to the status quo. That can't happen if we treat ourselves like robots who've forgotten how to speak, how to feel, and how to be human. Reality is chaotic, intrinsically flawed, and far more beautiful than the vocabulary or symbols used to describe it. There's really no equation guaranteeing success, no algorithm for love, no calculus for happiness. The motto of this school is to be in harmony with truth. Engineering mandates a level of honesty that must complement the development of our technical skills. It goes beyond gaining mastery of Python or mathematically modeling the perfect Kanye West hologram. It requires us to become fluent in truth, to put our egos aside and open our minds to possibilities, and hopefully to make commodities like love and compassion far less rare in the vocabulary of engineers. And with that, I know we're ready for the vexing problems up ahead. So, to the engineering class of 2014, be conscious, be courageous, congratulations, you got this, and keep it real.